boys and girls, and welcome to my channel. My last assignment was for a health insurance company, and I observed that about 80% of the buying decisions were made by men. Why is it that women play such a passive role in matters pertaining to financial product buying? Why is it that they're not interested in matters of finance? Is it because of a capability issue? Not really. If you look around, a lot of asset management companies and bank CEOs have been women. Is it a will issue? Absolutely not. On careful observation of women around me, I figured that because women were preoccupied with household chores, it left them very little time to pursue areas of interest like finance. Hence, I decided to make this video to just put together my thoughts on how and what can be a starting point for women to start learning about finance. So let's get started. So the first step that women should undertake while becoming more financially aware is to make a list of all the gold ornaments that they have. Yes, you heard it right. We should start from what we have and what we know. Women traditionally in households, in all kinds of households, get handed over gold ornaments and other gems as part of inheritance. So the first step would be to make a list of all the ornaments that you might have, along with all details like the purity of that ornament, the type of ornament, whether it's a biscuit or an ornament, the type of metal that is used to make the ornament, and so on and so forth. Once you've made the list, basis the current price of the metal on that particular day, you will get a total value to the asset of the asset that you hold. So, for example, if you have a total of 10 grams of gold, jewelry and biscuit put together, and if the value of gold per gram today is INR 100, then you totally have an asset of 1000 rupees with you. As a lot of you know, the prices of gold also changes on an everyday basis, which means that if today the price is rupees 100 and if tomorrow the price becomes 90, the total value of your asset reduces from 1000 to 900 rupees. Thus, it is important to keep track of gold prices. But I also understand that in a lot of families in India, gold is a sensitive subject and can only be used during emergencies. And if you subscribe to that kind of thought process, then of course you can reduce the frequency of your tracking and make it either 6 monthly or quarterly, depending on whatever you're comfortable with. But do make sure you're aware of the trend of the movement of gold prices. The second step that all of us should undertake to become more financially aware is to understand protection instruments. I can't stress the importance of this step. Protection instruments essentially mean insurance products like term and health covers that help you manage risks around life and medical emergencies. Often these events come unannounced in individual and families, and instruments like insurance just makes us financially independent while handling these incidences. As women, we should be aware of the benefits of the insurance policies that our family holds, the benefits of the terms and conditions of the policies, the sum insured of the policies, the nominee of the policies, and so on and so forth. These days, a lot of insurance companies have online websites where you can look at all the details that I just mentioned very, very easily. Just take out the policy document, look for the name of the company, the name of the product, and look for the details that I just spoke about on the company website. The third step that all of us should undertake is to build a bouquet of financial products. Financial products these days come in a wide variety of shapes and forms, and all of us should take advantage of this. Families have different goals depending on what life stage the family is in. So, for example, families have goals like wealth creation, handling emergencies, having a regular savings pool which can be dipped into for unplanned exigencies and so on and so forth, which can all be met with different kinds of instruments. So all of us women should be aware of what kind of instrument can be used to meet what kind of goal. For example, we should be aware that gold cannot be used to manage, to create wealth, and stocks cannot be used to manage emergencies. So what can be used where is a very, very important information and knowledge pool that we should all possess. The fourth topic that all of us should understand is about compound interest. Compound interest is an area that we all dealt with in school, and somewhere along life we left it behind. It has a lot of applications in various areas of life, not just in finance but across other facets too. Let me just explain this with an example. If you were to invest rupees 100, or if you were to keep rupees 100 in a bank today at the rate of interest of 10% for a year, the amount which is equal to the principal plus interest becomes INR 110 at the end of the year. At the same time, if you were to stay invested and if you let this INR 110 remain in the bank for the second year too, it becomes the principal for the second year, and the amount, which is again equal to the principal plus interest for year 2, will be rupees 121, which means that you've earned an interest of 11 rupees for year 2 and not 10 rupees against what you earned in year 1. Thus we understand that year 2 earned a higher interest than year 1, and this difference is a lot more with higher amounts and large number of years. Thus we observe that just by staying invested we stand to gain a lot more. So these are the 4 areas that all of us should delve into to start becoming more financially aware. If you think I've missed on something, please do comment and let me know. If you liked the video and if I found it insightful, do hit the thumbs up button. If you want to know more content if you want to get more content on personal finance and insurance, please do subscribe to the channel, and you can also share the video with your friends, family and colleagues. Thank you so much guys. Keep learning. Bye.